Welcome, all football fans. It's been a while. We're back on your screens, boys and girls. Football Extreme is back. It's the latest installment of Kicking It with Kwabs. And we've got a killer show today, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in Football Extreme history, we're going to be having fans on our show. We told you a while ago that we are going big and we are changing. So this is the first installment of Football Extreme with friends of the show on the show. So fans, maybe one of these episodes you're going to be on our next episode. But today we have some Man United fans to come talk with us because we all know what happened this Sunday. It was Super Sunday. Liverpool and Man United came and met at Old Trafford, and Liverpool walked away with the 3 points in a 5-goal thriller, 5-0. So on our show today, our first guest, we are going to be having friends of the show, friends of ours, Israel and Maxwell, and they are Man United fans. So I'm sure you guys will be interested to see what or hear what they've got to say. So Maxwell, Israel, welcome to Football Extreme. Say hi to the fans.
Guys, nice to finally be on this platform. Bit of a sad situation, but anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to be here. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah. Izzy, say hi to the Football Extreme world.
How's it, everyone? How's it going? Although here from the city of choice, it's going okay. You know, it's time to talk about United, so I guess that's why we're here. Long-time supporter of Football Extreme, so I'm glad to finally be on the show. And yeah, let's get the chat going. Get this over and done with, and let's have fun as well.
Oh, you're not gonna get off that easy, boys. We're gonna go into this game, Liverpool and Man United, in depth, and all the crazy things that happened, red cards and crazy things and hat tricks. So yeah, but before we go to that, it was really Super Sunday, guys. Which one of you guys saw Real Madrid and Barcelona tear it up on Sunday just before Liverpool United and Real Madrid winning 2-1? I didn't see that one coming. Both teams not playing very well. Izzy, what do you think of the Real Madrid-Barcelona game?
Switching my mute off. Okay. Well. Obviously, Barcelona are battling a bit without Messi there. Big shock to the football world, especially all the Messi supporters from Barcelona as well. But yeah, Real Madrid at the moment have the better players. Unfortunately, Barcelona is going through a financial struggle. But in terms of the game, I didn't really watch the game. I was watching the Premier League at the time, but well played from Real Madrid. The score ended 2-1, and I saw Alaba scored, defender scored there like in the beginning of the game. I didn't really watch the game, but yeah, FPL is very exciting at the moment, the Premier League. So look what happened. I think they broke the record this weekend for the most goals scored in one day on Saturday. I think it was 27 goals or something like that, 26. I might be mistaken, but that's the Premier League this weekend was very exciting. Well, not for United, of course, but yeah. There you go, bro.
Yeah. You're right about that though, because so sorry, Max, you can go on.
I know it's very true. I mean, I won't lie. So I've kind of given up with La Liga now. It's not as exciting as it used to be. So I think I wasn't really amped up for the El Clasico, to be honest with you. I was like, I had a feeling Madrid would win it because I feel like Barca hasn't really found their foot as yet in terms of their game plan. Like I see Memphis playing, I see that young kid as well. But I just don't understand why certain players are playing in certain positions, like Dest and right wing position. You bring Aguero in as a sub every single time, but he's still quality, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm more Barclays now, despite United's current form, which we'll engage in that soon. But I'm very happy. I'm still a Madrid supporter, always been since Cristiano Ronaldo. I am one of those typical supporters who follow Ronaldo. I'm not going to deny that. I know half the people watching this are just like me. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, yeah. I have similar thoughts to you that I haven't been following La Liga as closely as I used to. But with me, I've always been a Real Madrid fan way before Ronaldo came in. I've always been a Madrid guy. So Sunday was super special for me. I won on both sides. And I mean, as soon as I turned the channel to Real Madrid and Barcelona, boom, goal. I was like, yes. And then it goes to halftime, 10 minutes before the Liverpool game. So I was like in a great mood the whole of Sunday. But yeah, Izzy, to your point, 40 goals, I think it was, if I heard right, 40 goals through the whole
Yeah.
week. So, and the title contenders all winning big. Liverpool winning 5-0, Chelsea winning 7-0 against Norwich, and then Man City beating Brighton. But Max, tell me, man, what's your verdict on what's happening at Man United? Game aside, before the game, everyone thought, or even let's say 3 weeks ago, even 3 weeks ago, people thought Man United title contenders. Where's it going wrong for Man United at the moment, Max?
So I think we were quite overconfident in the sense where we went as far as saying title contenders. I think we got carried away with our squad. You know, of course, with the final addition of Ronaldo, it kind of like brought that like, okay, we really got this now. You know, we got a solid team. The only thing we're hoping now is just tactically we're there. And at the same time, I miss the Barclays. Like anyone can beat anyone. We've seen in the past for the likes of Leicester winning. We never expected that at one stage. So I think for us as United supporters, well, some of us United supporters, we still want to be hopeful. I mean, it's been a while since we've like had any silverware in our team. So that's why at the beginning we were hopeful. And for some odd reason, we generally do well against the bigger opponents. No disrespect to the other teams, but so I didn't expect us like even if we had lost the game as we did, but before then, even if we had lost the game, we were never gonna expect such a scoreline of 5-0 or so. We thought maybe it would be a tight encounter, at most a 2 or 3 goal difference. So yeah, but like I still feel there's a bit of hope, but not with that manager. I'm sorry. I think I'm throwing in the towel with Ole. I'm throwing in the towel now. Like, I'm sorry. Not with him.
Izzy, where you stand on this, man? Where do you see Man United? What's going on? What's going wrong? What do they need to do?
Well. Where do I start? Well, from my from my observation so far, like, okay, we brought Oli in, and the players started well. They started winning games and whatnot, and it looked like he was jamming quite well for a few 3 months around there, and then yeah, after he got his main contract, because he was just a stand-in coach, when he got his main contract, it's kind of steadied up. Things look promising. And then we started slowly getting players in like Van de Beek and Tellez and Bruno Fernandes as well. I think Bruno Fernandes has been our best signing in a while. But yeah, at the moment, Oli, it seems like he doesn't know how to make proper subs at proper times, and he keeps benching the players. Like Sir Alex said to, I think it was Kababi, or a famous MMA wrestler, he said, always start with your best lineup, your best players.
Yeah.
And Oli, he doesn't know how to rest players, he doesn't know how to play players. Like, he look where he come from. Look where he has come from. He's come from lower division teams, and he hasn't brought them up to like proper standard. He hasn't had that experience of the intensity of the Premier League. As a coach, as a player, he did fantastic for United. But I just, like Max said, it's time for him to throw in the towel. I've been watching Fabrizio doing every time United lose, he does a video saying no, the Glazers um or for Oli, and they still want him to try his best. And then this morning I got a notification of his video being uploaded for Fabrizio. So I checked it out now. He said through the night he's been waiting after this big loss. So he finally got a notification saying they're having a meeting today about Oli, and they're going to discuss maybe he might get fired before the Tottenham game, might get sacked. I mean, before the Tottenham game. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. And yeah, dude, it's just I think Oli just needs to go to a lower division team like how Dooney and Gerard are doing. He needs to work his way up and prove himself and maybe come back later on.
Yeah.
But for now, he's like Lampard. Unfortunately, he's another Lampard. So we've got the players in terms we've got the players, but now it's proving that the coach is the one that's affecting the progression of the team. So yeah, that's just my intake of what's happening with United right now.
Okay, so let's.
United is a big apple to bite. I mean, like yes, the great player, yes, like you know the culture and everything, but it's a huge apple to bite to come and control a team, especially a team that has been in horrible form ever since Mourinho last won the Europa. Like even that, we were even fortunate to win the Europa. I mean, let's be honest. So I don't know, but he can come in future. I mean, I don't think he'll come back if he leaves, but you never know with life.
Yeah, in football, you never know. Yeah, so let's go to that point then, Izzy, as you're talking about, you've got the players. That's the thing. When the transfer window started, the team that made all the big moves, besides the Lukaku transfer, was Manchester United. I mean, Arsenal spent money, but they didn't buy hot quality. From the very beginning, United started with Rafael Varane, then they followed up with Jadon Sancho. Then when the Ronaldo transfer comes in, everyone says Man United, Premier League title contenders, they're going to chase Chelsea and City and Liverpool. But the players are still not delivering. You can say all you want about Ole, but on the field for 90 minutes, Ronaldo is there, Pogba is there on and off, Fernandes is there. What happened with Fernandes? He was scoring goals and assists, but now he's not doing it. So, Izzy, we're talking about the players. Some of that blame has to go to them. What's happening with those guys? And why can't Jadon Sancho crack it into the first team, into the starting lineup, I should say?
Well. Okay, I am a big Messi supporter, so to talk about Ronaldo, I'll try keep the scene a bit down because he is playing for my team. So basically, yeah, with the terms of at the moment while we're not playing too well, it seems like we're battling with the CDM position in terms of having to play McTominay and Fred. Fred, for me, he's a very good defensive player, but when it comes to attack, he battles and with passes and stuff like that. With McTominay, he lacks experience and he's not as physical as you need him to be, and you know he can't control the game. And yeah, the new players that we brought in, let's talk about that. Sancho was a big role in BVB there, and he was in the top 3 for the most goals created and chances created alongside Messi and Salah just before he joined United. So sometimes it can also be the coach's implementing of the player. So I think the mistake he made was when he first joined United, when Sancho joined United, Ole didn't start him. He took like a month to start him and stuff like that, and he's taking too much time to get the play into the game, and you know, unfortunately, it's not showing. He's not showing progress at the moment, but towards the last few games, he has been playing a bit better. With Ronaldo coming, I just feel he's a bit too old to be playing in the Premier League. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah,
You know, bro, you're wrong.
he is
Sorry,
trying his best.
you're wrong.
He's trying his best.
He's the greatest of all time. You can't say, wait.
He's the greatest of all time at United, yeah, now. But oh man, but otherwise that's I don't know why we bench Van de Beek too much. See, that's where the coach comes in as well. But as for the players, at the moment we need a proper CDM. And coming with Varane, yes, Varane's making a change to the defense, but not as a big impact as we expected. Yes, when we got all the signings, I was expecting us to at least show muscle when it comes to contending for the league. But unfortunately, we're taking a heavy dip here in the team for the season. But yeah, hopefully things change when we get if we get a new coach. Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the near future. But for now, I think we need to focus on getting a proper CDM, like even Joshua Kimmich. That guy would be perfect for United
solid.
at the moment. He's solid there for Bayern, but I don't think Bayern will let him go.
Yeah.
Or not. And then yeah, we need a proper striker like Holland, Erling Holland. Hey, that guy's on form as well, but unfortunately, we got stuck with Ronaldo because he got rejected by Man City and also PSG. Wants him, so we got stuck with him basically.
This
and
guy
Oli,
is talking like that
Oli
about
jumped to
Ronaldo.
sign.
Like, have respect for that man, okay? Have respect for him.
Now,
Like I said,
he's
he
helped
is the
us. He's helped
greatest of
us.
all time, okay? No, but like, I agree with your points. Hey, like our CDMs, at first they were good. I see why Ole plays them a lot. I mean, especially last season. But I also feel like as time goes on, teams eventually, of course, are going to study your game, study your players. Also, when players come off injury and stuff, of course, Scotty was out for some time. And it all goes back to tactics. When I see Sancho play, you know, when he plays for Manchester and he plays for England, okay, fine, two different style of football with different quality players in each. But he has a certain thing of, it's almost like tiki-taka where he just wants to keep the ball, close passes, 1-2-1, similar to what Ronaldo does. He's not like your Rashford who's gonna just like bolt it from the get-go, like kick and run, you know? And I feel like it's a bit of a struggle. Even with Pogba, like Pogba wants people who want the ball, not who are just gonna run away and expect him to give all these phenomenal long passes every single time, you know? Some players just have the ability to adapt. Like I think when Bruno first came, he was brilliant, and he still is. It's just, I think it's just a bit confusing right now with how the when we're counter attack, like what's going on, you know. I don't think there's a structure per se. It's like either give the ball to Ronaldo because Ronaldo's Ronaldo, or give it to the likes of Greenwood and stuff. And on top of that, these guys don't defend. Like, I'm sorry to say, but our front players do not defend. And you can't play a team sport and only expect half the players to do the job, and you guys just sit up front and expect to think. Because if you look at the first goal, had Greenwood been more effective, he's a phenomenal kid. Like, he has a bright future. But had he been more effective and helped the right back, perhaps none of the players would have shifted the way they did, and that counter that Liverpool pulled on us would have never happened. That was embarrassing to see. I was just like, are you serious? This is Man United playing right now, you know? So I don't know. I just feel like Ole needs to really study the players and how they play. You know, like I said, some players have the ability to just adapt. Like, look at this guy from Man City, Jack. How from becoming a ball hogger when he was in Aston Villa to now a guy who passes a lot. You know, he learned to adapt, and funny enough, it's working out for him. Even though me personally, I still feel he's not 100% comfortable, but it's working out. So until we find out what works out for certain players or what could work out as a unit, you know, we're not trying to say make Sancho happy and play in that certain way. That's why this guy from Netherlands has not featured, because Ole doesn't know where to put him. He doesn't know how to play him, you know. Where when he was in Ajax, he was great. I think him and even Mata had a good relationship when they used to play together because they had a similar mentality, similar style. So how are you gonna also buy certain players and not know how to use them? I mean, dude, you can't keep using the same players every single time. They're gonna get tired. And I
Yeah.
know this coming week for Champions League, he's gonna put the same players again, and then they're gonna do the same mistakes again. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know. It just feels like all he says is believe, believe, believe. But like, dude, what are you doing though? Like, there's nothing to believe in, you know?
Okay.
But I don't know. I just feel like he needs to understand his players more.
All right. So let's take our attention now back into fully that game. First of all, in my opinion, first mistake that Ole did, Pogba on the bench for not Van de Beek, Fred and McTominay in the holding positions, and then not having Pogba in the middle there to do what he does. Why does Pogba sit on the bench? I have no
Yeah.
idea. Is he? Can you tell me what he could have been thinking?
Yeah, you see, with Ole, with that, the previous game before, he also benched Pogba at the beginning of the game. So I don't know why he's benching Pogba. There was no signs of match fitness lacking. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but he should have started Pogba. I agree with that because Pogba controls the deep mid and attacking mid as well because that man's passes for number one are insane. Those long balls that he plays, and he knows how to pick out Rashford. He knows how to pick out Ronaldo. If anyone's making a run, Pogba's your man. But once again, it comes down to the coach. That's why the coach is under heat here. So yeah, Sunday's game. We should have started Pogba. He didn't. Pogba came on. It was already 4-0, frustration there. And then, of course, he's going to go in with the tackle because he feels that he has to defend so we don't concede more. And unfortunately, he'll end up getting a red card. But yeah, there's not much to say about that. He should have started Pogba earlier in that game. Start with your best team. Defensive, Pogba's good as well. He can hold the ball.
Yeah.
He's good with squeezing past plays in tight positions, so tight spots there as well. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't start with Pogba. I'm personally wise he should have started with Pogba instead of McTominay.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But I think also starting Pogba, also one could look at it where he just had that mentality of I need to be strong defensively. Because playing Scotty over Pogba, we all know the guy's more defensive than offensive, you know. And I thought like he just which he wasn't wrong. I mean, something has to change. I mean, something was horrible in that game as well, you know. But another thing he needs to do is play around with formations. I was very surprised by Leicester's formation in just to take a bit of that pressure off body and stuff. And look how it happened. So I also feel like with us, if you're gonna leave Pogba out, already team know okay, there's no creativity. All we need to do is take out Bruno. Once Bruno's out, it's game over for United because their wing players are not that strong as well, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like he has a bit of fear. He's like, you know what? There's a really strong Liverpool side. If push comes to shove, let me just make sure that the defense looks better. And clearly, it was dismal, as we all saw. But yeah, I don't know. And you can't bench the most expensive player like that. I mean, currently he still is out. I don't know if he still is. He is still right. Yeah, I think he still is. But his quality, the man just won something with France not so long ago.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Like, take away emotions out of this. Let's just give credits where credits is due. That man is talented. Play him. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. But if you're not going to also adjust your certain strike, like I look at Ronaldo, that man looks like he's just running around,
Yeah.
like, which is pretty sad. As opposed to when he was in United back in the days, there was a bit more structure.
Yeah.
Goes back to what Postco says. The midfielders, you need to take that ownership. You need to take the game in your hand. Now you're gonna put the game in the likes of Fred and Scotty McTominay or whatever his name is. Like, what's going on? Like, on a serious note, I was just like, this is dismal. This is gonna be dismal. Like, and look at that. Even till this day, I'm still getting jokes and memes about Liverpool this, Liverpool that. Hey, you guys talk a lot, by the way. But anyway.
That's because you guys talk too much. Anytime any other team comes, there's a United fan. When. You guys deserve what happened to you on Sunday. The whole world went wild.
Have you noticed, Izzy, anytime United lose, like 1/3 of the world just celebrates. Yo, it's like, are we that influential to you guys?
Not influential. It is the fall of the bully. We are not influential. It is the fall of the bully.
One day you guys will get to our level, okay? One day you guys will get to our. So you guys 30 years just to get to a level of 20. 30. Anyway, it's fine.
You see, it's only a United fan who talks about these things. Always 30 years, blah, blah, 20. Look now, we are 19 and we're second in the table. Manchester United, now that we're going to bring the stats, and it's going to lead me to the next question now.
Boy, bring it. We have better stats than you. Bring it.
No,
what you want to say?
Okay, you want me to bring it? I'm talking about the league table right now today. Stats. So Man United are sitting in 7th spot with 14 points, with Chelsea top spot on 22 points. So
after how many games?
It's after 9 games. 9 games.
Early. It's so early.
That's exactly where I wanted to go now. So
way too early.
Now tell me, the gap is 8 points, right? 8 points between 1st and 7th, right? People are going haywire, hey, ole out, United. That's why I'm asking these questions. Is it too early, as Maxwell says? So now I want to say to you, are you counting Man United out of the hunt in terms of just being a top team and getting the top results? Or is it still too early and you're just saying, no, give us 2-3 games back in it? Because last season, this time, Man City, I think, was 3rd or 4th. And then when United beat Liverpool, that's when Man City came in and started taking, but that was late October, early November.
That's when they signed. Ruben Diaz.
Yes, Ruben Diaz. Yes, yeah. So you tell me now, guys.
He's phenomenal. He's good. No, I think, okay, before this was start, I think we still can. I know a lot of people might laugh and say this guy's a joke, and I don't care what you guys say, but I think we still can. The reason why I'm saying we still can, it all boils down to one thing. We need to change our tactics. Either we find one, because right now it doesn't seem like we have one, right? We have quality players, and like for example, Atalanta, right? The fact that individuals made it possible for us to come back in the manner that we did, whether it's through luck, fortune, however people want to call it, I don't care, right? But specifically the Barclays, like I said, this league is unpredictable. Anybody can beat anybody on any day, and that's why I like what Salah and your coach said. I mean, yes, it's nice. You guys must enjoy the victory, especially against United and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's only 3 points. And like how you said, we're only 8 points away from the top. So until we change the way we play our football, I still feel like there's hope. If it was like game 23 or 24, then I'll be like, okay, maybe it's quite late to like come back unless there's not a huge gap. But we even saw last season, even us fighting, fine, we stumbled towards the end, but who knows, we could have won the league. Funny enough, we could have won the league. There was a phase where United was just winning, You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's with Ole in, not seeing what he's doing. One thing I liked about Van Gaal, even though he was also useless, he attempted to try whatever he thought. Whether play all these players, try this, try that, because at least he's trying something, even though, like I said, he was still useless at the end of the day. But with Ole, you keep using the same players in the same manner and getting the same thrashing. Like, bro, when are you gonna learn? You know, you're being stupid right now. So I don't know, but I still feel that there's hope. I honestly feel like there's hope. Call me optimistic all you want. I'm a United supporter. We're gonna get some silverware this season.
Okay,
You guys remember the dates, ladies and gentlemen. I said it.
Fighting words from Maxima. Izzy, tell us now. 8 points behind leaders Chelsea. What are Man United? Are Man United just a mid-table team? Or Man United just choking a little bit and then they're going to come back and fetch it and come in the top 4 or win the title? Where is Man United right now after 9 games?
Well, of course, I'm going to agree with my buddy Max here, my current United supporter friend here. 100%, 100%. It's only 9 games into the season. You can only really tell towards December, January, who more likely is going to win the league, because that's when teams settle in rhythm-wise, and the progression of games like City lost first game of the season to Tottenham 1-0, and I think they've lost another game or they've drawn a few, and yet they finished last season off very strong. So it's all a matter of how you adapt to the season, and look how Ruben changed it around for City. Sorry, I'm just lost the thought there, but yeah, he came in halfway through the season. I still think Bruno Fernandes should have won player of the season because he was outstanding, and we took Man United's sat second for the season. We finished second, like Maxwell said. We could have won it. We drew 8 games last season, I think, and if we had just won about
3 or 4,
60 to 70% of those games, we would have landed up winning the season. But unfortunately, we didn't have the right attacking there. We had Cavani, but he's a bit too old. The intensity, because England is the best defending league in the whole of Europe, so that's why it makes it the toughest league to play, and it's the best league to play in at the moment, and it has been for a while. So 2 or 3 games are not too bad. So we've still got another, I think it's 29 games left. So like Max said, if it's more towards like 23 games and United still sitting like 6th or 7th, then I'll be like, okay, maybe let's fight for top 4 at least. And anyway, but like, look what Liverpool did, for instance, last season. No one knew that they were, even if they were going to end in the top 4, and you guys had an incredible ending to your season. You won like 12 games straight or something, and you landed up 4th. Done. And you're gonna come back Kings. So that's all what I have to say for now. And football is always the winner, guys.
But in light of that as well, there's a lot of tournaments that we're playing, right? It's very sad that we're already out of the one easiest one we could have won, but anyway. But maybe Champions League we might be out. I think it's a bit of a stretch for us to be optimistic over there. But like I was saying, Barclays is Barclays. I mean, I'm confident there. I don't care what anyone says. But so I personally would like at least another cup just in case. We just need some silverware. Otherwise, he's really out. Like, he's really out. If he managed to survive the whole season and he doesn't give us any silverware, oh my word. Lord have mercy on us.
Yeah. But it's interesting. It's interesting. So, as you guys are saying, there's still time, and that's why people just like surprise me because at the beginning of the season, everyone was making noise about how Ronaldo's back, United's gonna be back on top, blah 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 blah, and then one defeat here, one draw here, lucky escape in the Champions League. You guys won the game, but they're still talking about how United played badly, and now people are talking about how United's not good enough anymore. But last season, Man City didn't go to top of the league until like November, December or something. They started off bad. Liverpool lost 5 home games in a row, lost all their defenders, and still ended up 5 points behind Man United in third spot after all of that. And people forget the league season is 38 games long. It is 10 months long. So anything can happen. And it's not like Liverpool and Chelsea. Now look at Chelsea. Chelsea's lost Lukaku. He's injured. Who knows how long he'll be gone. And Timo Werner's also injured. Now Chelsea doesn't even have a striker. So who knows how long Chelsea will be on top.
They're not missing Werner. Werner ain't even scoring. So they're not missing
They're not missing Werner. They're not missing Werner. Werner's missing.
Oh man.
Many Chelsea fans were like, we need to let him go.
So yeah, you see, but that's the point I'm making. So last question for you guys. Well, I sort of know where you guys stand on this, but like Ole in, Ole out, give Ole a chance. Talk to your Man United fans to say what should happen with Ole. Max.
You want to start, Izzy? I just need to calm down a bit.
You want me to go? Okay. So basically, where I stand at the moment, like me and Mel before the beginning of the season, and we agreed that if Ole doesn't get us any silverware, then we'd say Ole out. And then our hopes got lifted when we signed Sancho and Varane, and Ronaldo came back to United. So basically, it's a kind of like a slap in the face, but it's an obvious slap in the face in terms of what's causing the anger in the supporters and the team. Like Ole's not getting to Greenwood and Ronaldo. Apparently, they're not gelling, but that's because Ole is not. He's not a. I don't know. He's a great player, but he still needs more experience as a coach. My terms is let him go now. Let him gain experience and come back. Maybe in next 5 or 6 years, even sooner than that. But yeah, for now, I'll say give him one more chance. If he loses a game that's like the Liverpool game, I thought we were going to at least draw or lose by 1 goal, but 5, there's something up there. And we lost to Leicester as well, 4-2. There's something that needs to be done about that. So my take on it for now is that we just need to let him go. Probably get a proper structured coach in, guy that knows how to rotate the team. Probably like look at Pep, he's always rotating players. That's why I'm sure fantasy team they're frustrated with having City players on their team because they're always being benched, bro. Always being benched. So I know I have one City player and he benched.
Anyway. No, but that's true.
But yeah,
you know, I just find it really funny, and I was telling Israel earlier on as well. Like, if you look at Mourinho's time at United, right? First season comes, win 3 trophies, great stuff. Not with the quality of players that we have right now, but he made it work. You know, there was a little bit of a style in the way we played, but you can still see that a lot is lacking, or we need certain quality players. Then the same team, Liverpool, that we lost to 3-1 at Anfield, boom, job gone. Even though he had more points and at a higher position. But I just find it very interesting how Ole has not brought any silverware as yet, which is fine. We understand you're trying, you were still trying to find the identity of the team. And you did very well when you signed Bruno, and he brought that spark for us to finish where we finished last season. But this season, 9 games in, and do? You go and embrace Salah of all players. Like, yes, the guy's in phenomenal form. Don't get me wrong. But, nah, man. A hat-trick in that manner. I'm sorry, guys. And we're still going to give him a chance. I just feel like how Ross said, he needs to just go to a different team, maybe in a lower division, to gain a bit of more experience in his career and management and all that stuff. Because until you change the way we play, we never gonna go far with Ole.
Yeah.
And watch against Tottenham, similar style. Unless Tottenham also performs just as bad and then we win, then his job will be saved. Of course, if we lose against Tottenham, 100% he's gone. But my thing is, why are we waiting like that? We were so quick to let go of David Moyes. We were so quick to let go of that other coach. Well, he was useless anyway. But we were so quick to get used to things.
Yeah.
But with Ole, we delaying. But what is Ole doing to give us that hope? You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, at the end of the day, this is business. There's nothing personal. You know, you're a big team. You need to bring silverwares. You can't be going for so many years with no silver just because we have a former legend coaching the club. Like, bruh, if he's not doing anything with the caliber of players that we have right now, then why is he staying? That's my biggest question. So that's what I'm saying. Look, I mean, you're great. You've achieved some things. It's not the end of the road. Like we said, this life thing is funny. You never know. Maybe you might come back in a few years' time. But I feel like he needs to leave. Someone who's won a silverware in a domestic league must take over United. That's what I want. Don't also go and now hire someone who has no winning experience. At least with Liverpool, this coach has that experience. Mourinho had that. Hence why Mourinho brought at least 3 titles. You know, maybe it wasn't the Barclays and Champions League like what we wanted, but he still brought something. So I still feel Ole needs to leave. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal. You're a great guy. I love your spirits, your character. But bro, we need silverwares. I can't sit here every weekend, get memes from so many people and jokes about various teams that are against Leicester. Seconds after this in that manner as well, bro. But as United, anything is possible. We can still win. But Ole needs to leave. I'm sorry. I just don't see it with him. He needs to go.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for that. Thanks for capping that off, Maxwell, on that comical note. So, football fans, this has been it. Kicking it with Kwabs, making a return to the screens. We're smashing it on YouTube. We've got the fans on our show as well. So, Maxwell, Israel, thank you very much for joining us. And there's going to be many more times where Kicking It with Kwabs is going to have fans on the show. Maybe the next time it's going to be Man United versus Arsenal. And I've got an Arsenal fan here and a Man United fan here. Who knows?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. I'll be celebrating. But anyway. It's very easy. Arsenal's pathetic. That's easy.
You see, this is why I want to have you guys on the show, man, because you're just going to go crazy. This is why I want fan perspective. Football Extreme is for the fans, by the fans. So Kicking It with Kwabs is going to take it in that direction. Every second or third show, we're going to have fans on the show. So Israel, Maxwell, thank you for joining us. And football fans, stay tuned. We're going to be having more shows coming up. We're going to have so much more content coming. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Stay tuned to the next episode of Football Extreme, Kicking It with Kwabs, The Nene Show, and from our guests, Israel and Maxwell, and from your host, Kwabs, it's bye for now.